Dear residents, I appreciate your participation in this community dialogue. I believe many of you haven't had dinner yet. You come here directly after work. Thank you for doing that. This is the first round of community dialogue. I hope that the future dialogues could be conducted in different communities to provide conveniences to more residents. Before I listen to you, I would like to make a brief speech. To arrange such community dialogues in the current backdrops of Hong Kong is not easy. Somebody asked if this community dialogue is actually a political show or propaganda show. Will the special administrative government really listen to the residents? I fully understand your concerns. In the past few months, your confidence in the government of Special Administrative Region and myself have reduced a lot. Somebody asked if today we are in a good environment to conduct the dialogue. In the future, weekend or holidays, will there be more riot demonstrations? However, how difficult it might be, I, together and my colleagues, believe this direct dialogue should be conducted. In the past 3 months, you might feel heartbroken, anxious, and even angry, no matter what kind of background you might have. In order to seek a way out, the largest responsibility lies on the shoulders of the special administrative government. So I believe with your support, we can take a hard step forward. Somebody asked, why should we make this dialogue? We've already proposed 5 requests long time ago. Yes, that's correct. I responded to those 5 requests multiple times, and I believe after several months, we might have this common understanding that we have broader requests compared with the 5. 3 months have gone past. We watch TVs at our homes, and when we go out to go shopping during weekends, we have different thoughts. So you might think, the chief administrative, what do you know about us? What will Hong Kong be in the future? And these are the reasons for the arrangement of this direct community dialogue. Certainly, at this stage, we believe there are many in-depth issues with Hong Kong politically and economically, and even with people's lives. We shall make efforts to solve these issues. The purpose of the dialogue is not to have a political propaganda show or for the sake of the dialogue. We try to seek change. The Hong Kong that we love can become better. The change might take time, but we have to start here. A series of dialogues with different formats will start from today. I hope that you could participate in the dialogue in the future as well. So the time is yours. Thank you. Before you come in, you have put your number in these boxes. Some haven't. When you want to ask questions, you can raise your hands, and our staff will put your number in these boxes for you. I shall make the first lot, drawing A52. Please raise your hand. B47. C18. A32. Where's A32? The order of the speech shall follow my lord drawing. B31. C25. A52 is the first. Chief Executive. Officials, residents, good evening. In fact, I have no idea that I would win this lot. Somebody said 150 positions is even harder than to get a public housing. And we all know this public dialogue would not achieve concrete results. Mr. Chen and Mr. Lu, the two secretaries, they should take the most responsibility of this event, of this incident. From the extradition bill, from the June to now, the government have heard a lot from the residents. More than a million residents participated in the demonstration, so I feel so disappointed. 3 months have gone past. After all demonstrations, Chief Executive finally announced that the extradition bill has been withdrawn. I believe if Hong Kong wants to bring back to the order in Yunnan and the different areas, and I've seen assaults happened targeted at residents. However, police in Hong Kong did not respond in time. They did not arrest those who assault the residents. And the independent investigation report should be supervised by independent committee. Is Hong Kong still a society of rule of law? The underlying of law requires all residents to abide the law. But we should also respect the law's abiding power over government. According to Chapter 45 of the Basic Law, a broadly representative committee should be delivered after suffrage. Suffrage is the right given by the Basic Law. So I want to ask Chief Executive, during your run for the government, you said you will make the most effort to push forward a good society atmosphere that could promote the political reform. But I want to tell all Hong Kong residents, we're not lonely. We need all of you in this way of democracy. B47, please. Chief Executive officials, good afternoon. I'm curious to know that if your government will form the independent investigation committee. In the current situation, the committee is actually reviewing the report from the police. It does not have the power to conduct independent investigation. I believe, and all Hong Kong residents believe as well, that the independent investigation committee should fulfill more obligations. After the withdrawal of the extradition bill, Hong Kong people did not stop. One country and two systems is not convincing at this point of time. After Hong Kong's return to the mainland China, we've experienced 5 independent investigation committees. Is extradition bill is a significant event? If it is, why is the independent investigation committee not fulfilling full obligations? Residents were not properly protected during the demonstrations, so I want to ask if the legal department, together with the police, are they doing their job so that residents are in panic? I want to tell my sentiment to you. I'm working in a bank. I'm in my 30s. I was not unsatisfied with the government or the police 3 months ago. But in the past 3 months, I am deeply disappointed. I saw the police manipulated the situation. And they even described somebody as yellow objects. They were telling lies. They were not being honest. I also want to tell you, many Hong Kong residents are like me. We were described as wasted youth. But now we're stepping forward to fight for democracy, so we feel proud, also heartbroken. I hope the government do not push us to the verge of no return. Now we're giving up all of our time, taking care of children, to fight for democracy, to propose our request to the government. At last, I want to say 5 requests must be fulfilled. C18, Chief Executive and the 4 secretaries. I'm working in an airport. So today I have several questions about the tourism, about the economy, and about the operation of the airport. At last, about my own feelings. First question, the central government recently said Shenzhen will be a central piloting place for finance. In terms of finance, Hong Kong's aerospace, civil air, and logistics were quite strong. So my question is Hong Kong giving up these opportunities to Shenzhen? So that's the first question. Second question about Hong Kong, Zhuhai, and Macau. I'm working in airport. I've been to the bridge twice. The bridge started as an opportunity. The Great Bay Area involves Hong Kong, but in today's society, it's hard to see any opportunities enjoyed by Hong Kong for economic development. For the Great Bay Area. Another question related to my own work. There are 3 Hong Kong-based airlines, Cathay Pacific, Dragonair, and Hong Kong Express. A few days ago, you've seen the senior management of these airlines. They willingly cut the budget, cut their own salaries, cut the staffing. Their budget is down to March next year. So I want to know, in today's society, is there anyone to stabilize this industry? the aerospace or the civil air industry. I'm in this industry for more than 30 years. I do not want to see the instability in the society force our industry professions to retire early. I myself don't want to retire early for once. And that's my own sentiment. All decisions are not made by the government or by the chief executive or by one department. Decisions should be made by members of the public in Hong Kong. So together with the Hong Kong residents, we should see how to seek international position for Hong Kong. Because for now, it's hard for me to see any international position for Hong Kong. We're being replaced by others. 8:32. Good evening. I know many people are focusing on the violence by the police or during the demonstration. I want to focus on the legal Legislative Council's violence. DQ'd happened to many participants. The chair of the Legislative Council canceled several participants' qualifications, and there was a blatant abuse to their rights. To remove their qualifications is quite a significant issue. June 26th, the community consultative activity was cancelled. And it made us think the government has shut the door to communicate with the residents, interfere with the freedom of the law, interfere with the normal operation of the Legislative Council. In terms of the separations of three rights, we have our concerns. At last, I want to use this platform to tell the Chief Executive and to all Hong Kong residents, stick to the 5 requests. All should be fulfilled. Hong Kong residents, go for it. B32. Carrie Lam, good evening. Carrie Lam, you used to perform wonderfully in school, and you couldn't accept any performance or score drops during your school times. You did not manipulate your scores. You did not blame the teachers. Second question. Many people have questions about Sung Wu Lang as covered by the media. Some Legislative Council members made their observations there. Many Hong Kong residents did not know what happened in Sung Wu Lang. Can the government expand the transparency? Let us know what happened to the demonstrators in Sung Wu Lang. That's the second question. Third question. The government has been claiming that the Police Supervision Board is doing the work to supervise police. The extradition bill incident has gone past for several months, and we don't think the Police Supervision Board is doing their work properly. That is why we requested the establishment of the Independent Investigation Committee, C25. Good evening. July the 21st. We saw some white-clad men gathered there. Then 39 minutes later, incident happened and police did not show up. Why the police did not show up? Was it because of wrong decision made? Will those who made the decision to take the blames? 1 million demonstrators have taken to the streets to showcase the administrative decision was made wrongly. The police should show their identities to us at all times. If you request demonstrators to show their identities, can the government do not use double standards? The medical staff keep their professional attitude to treat the patients. The police should stick to their professionalism as well. They shouldn't use dirty words in their duties. If they do, the demonstrators will do as well. I believe the police is abusing their rights. Many years ago, Hong Kong established ICBC to supervise the police. Now we have CCTV to collect video evidences. Still, we needed independent committee to make investigations. I recognize one country, two systems, but everything should be done according to the law. All of us are making efforts. What about the government? That's the first round of question asking. I've listened to the speech made by 6 friends. I'm quite moved. I believe all of you in these few months are closely watching what happened in Hong Kong and what is happening in Hong Kong, and you're willing to share your thoughts. So I shall start from the last question proposed by the gentleman. He said he supports one country, two systems. Only when one country and two systems be implemented smoothly and accordingly, Hong Kong will have the future. And that responds to the concerns proposed by the lady work in the international airport and about the rule of law. Rule of law is the core value of Hong Kong. There are many underlying meanings in the rule of law. All should abide the law. I am not tolerating or allowing the law enforcement to abuse the law. I support the rule of law's mechanism, and this can support the stable development of Hong Kong. But in this mechanism, we should treat everyone equally. So, of course, there should be a prosecution mechanism interfered by nobody. At last, there should be an independent legal department. So all of these are quite important to constitute the legal system of Hong Kong. Your confidence in the government and myself has reduced. In my opening remarks, I said that. It's very hard to analyze the reasons, but it's a fact. The 6 friends have stated their concerns. At this low level of confidence situation, we should continuously talk to you to enhance mutual understanding, so that with this prerequisite of the lack of mutual trust, we could still seek a way out. About independent investigation committee, I've listened to many requests and different voices. Somebody said a common understanding in the government. 3 months. In 3 months, you've seen many images, video footages. June 12th, July 21st, August 31st, incidents happened. Some departments said at Taichi subway station on August 31st there was no fatality. You still want to seek the truth. So in what way should we find the truth? Is independent investigation committee is a way. The existing police supervision board is a way as well. Somebody said, can we enhance the transparency? In fact, the transparency has been enhanced in the 3 months. Somebody said, can we enhance the public trust for the government? The police supervision board ask members of public to submit information. Up until now, they've received 1,300 documents, including photos, audio clips. Can we give several months to the supervision board for them to finish their work, and then to see if you could accept their work results? I communicated with the chair of the police supervision board. The supervision board will focus on the dates that I've mentioned to see what really happened. And on the police side, in the past few months, you used to be proud at Hong Kong's law and order. You've witnessed that the police has a huge challenge in front of them. I have to claim that for all the demonstrators, residents, we're treating everyone equally because the rule of law is the core value of Hong Kong. When somebody abused law or the government officials abuse the law, we shall closely follow up with the issue. I last respond to the friend who works in the airport. Hong Kong still has our advantages, so please have faith in Hong Kong. When we walk out of this difficulty, Hong Kong will get our international position and to get a recognition by the international society. I asked about responsibilities. About the Chief Executive, I should take the accountability. Hong Kong is faced with internal challenge and externalities. I hope we could be responsible
to deal with all the matters. For those who used to support the government, the change. Dialogue is a way to seek a way out, to change the status quo.
對話開始咗之後咧，仍然會有啲觀眾係入緊場嘅。其實大家如果你未將嗰張發問紙、嗰張號碼紙抌入去箱裏邊嘅咧，而你又想發問嘅，請你交俾我哋工作人員。跟住到第二輪嘅發問 A41 係唔該 B44 唔該 C46 唔該。